All right, hello YouTube and Infinite Magic Grade players. We're going to not so quickly go over a team that's been popping up and become the new meta as far as the burn team goes, and that would be this team right here. So the reason for this video is that uh, I've been receiving a lot of questions lately. Now this is my first YouTube video that I've posted of Infinite Magic Grade, and I figured this might be the easiest way to answer all of the questions and to show people how to optimize the damage on this team. Now, if you are a new player, brand new, this video probably won't do you very much good unless you just want to see how broken a team can be. This is more so targeted towards the mid to late game audience, where you've got these heroes and you're able to put this composition together, and to learn how to utilize this team in a way that works best for you. So one of the things I wanted to show um, was and I'm trying to do this on a skip because I really don't want to manual this fight because it's going to be a long video. Is that we can get the Guild Boss 6 completed in 3 turns, and I believe, yeah, here it is. We are the first person, or first person to do it so far. Like actually lock it in because I manualed the fight and I locked it in. Um, so yeah, I'm really happy with that accomplishment. 3 turn Guild Boss 6 is huge. Uh, and really, essentially, I guess the point of this team is for Wuthering Coast, Broken Land, and then if you do want to do a speed run of Guild Boss, that would be the way. So we're going to take a quick look at the top players that have scored so far in Wuthering Coast. Now, granted, more people are going to score, more people are going to get higher scores, and hopefully, some people will take the knowledge that I share in this video and score really high this week. But we'll see. So Klee, obviously. Yeah, they've got 6.7 billion. They understand how to use this team. They've done a very good job with it. I mean, this is phenomenal damage. This is a great job. I applaud them. They did really well. Bailey's got 4.15. Yours truly has got, wow, don't load mine. So yours truly has 5.8. Please disregard. I don't have a 15 put together. I was just trying to scrape by with 9.6. Um, Judgment 3.7. Steppen has got 4.1. We've got Eric with 4.1. We've got Cyrenex with 4.1, and we've got Octar with a um okay, I would not follow in these footsteps. Grady's and Singer is kind of not a good combo. His wrister should have moved up here, and he probably would have done a lot more damage. Like even if he lost 100 million here from moving wrister and putting someone else in place, he could have done like 4 million like the other guys have done so far, or even higher. So I don't recommend this variant of the team. I don't think it's efficient. Grady's speed up and Singer's speed up will they will kind of butt heads. Gumi's got 3.9. Yakuzi's 2.7. Vidar 3.5. Pyro 2.7. But as you can see, like people are doing pretty good damage with this team. Raven with the 3.4. Um, 3.3. So yeah, and as you can see, we've seen ranges from 2.7 up to 6.7. And why on earth is that? Well, one, it's stats, two, it's probably tuning, and then three, it's also, I don't think people know how to use the team quite efficiently yet. It's a complex team. You have 3 different means of cooldown reduction as well as turn meter boosts. I mean, it's complex, and I think a lot of people are pressing skip here if it'll load. And as you can see, I did 4.9 with a skip. And the thing is that this is a volatile team. 4.7, 4.9. I've done a lot of skips just to see how volatile it can be, and the range has been as low as 4.0 up to say 5.5. I think is the highest skip that I've done. Like it is all over the place, and it is not worth risking billions of damage to save you know, like 15 minutes of time. See, 3.8. 3.8 on a skip whenever I could have manualed it for 5.8. Like lose 2 billion damage? Really? I guess if you really counting on this team to do damage for you, you're gonna have to manual it. There's no way to, and we'll show you guys the RNG of it and how to make the most out of this team. But yeah, so that's it. Let's start with all of our abilities, right? So we've got Lydia, or I guess our stats. So we got Lydia with 2400 speed and 124 effect res. I think effect res is really important because if she's stunned, she can't cast bullet counter chase, so she cannot reduce cooldowns. We're using Combat Vanguard for the aura, and we're using the blue victory sprint stamp as the stamp. Here are the emblems. We won't spend a lot of time on emblems. You can just pause the video, screenshot, do what you gotta do if you want to copy them. For Esther, speed and healing effect, main two stats. 100% healing effect required, as fast as possible required. Mastery Surge is a great aura for her, is what I'm using. If you want to smart cast it, just set this and that's it. The emblems that we're using are here, and the stamp that we're using is the Hang E3 stamp. For Rister, you want to smart cast, this is it. I'm using Recovery Horn. I think you can use Speed Mark. I have an issue with survivability, so Recovery Horn is very important for me. And then for the emblems here, we're using this. And for the stamp, we're using the Rister stamp. The build is mostly into attack and speed. Effect hit kind of a byproduct of the first aid kits, but even with say 160 or 170 effect hit and similar stats, like eventually the effect hit wears off because every time you kill the boss, effect hit, effect res, attack, defense, all that stuff goes up, and it becomes harder every single time you kill them. So things like effect hit on Rister will become nullified. So I would prioritize my stats into attack and speed if possible. Don't know if I showed the emblems, but these are the emblems. And then for Singer, I will also refer to Jack and Roll as Singer. I don't like Jack and Roll. I did not consent to the name change. Pumpkin Singer was kind of a stupid name. Singer would have been just fine in my opinion, so I will call him Singer. That is what he is referred to now by Oppo. Anyhow, his build will be HP with speed. I'm using the Singer stamp, and as so, the higher his HP is, the more attack buff that he's going to provide to Little Jack. But I would not nerf my speed for HP, and I would not nerf my HP for speed. Like try to find a healthy balance of both. Skill Master is the aura that we're using for him. If you want to smart cast it, here you go. And then the emblems are as follows. For Little Jack, we're going to spend a little bit more time explaining his ability, S4 in particular, because this is the primary source of damage. He starts with 4 pumpkin bombs, and each time he casts this ability, he gains 1 layer up to 10 layers, which means that he will additionally get 1 bomb per layer for a total of 14 bombs. 14 bombs dealing 240% attack damage, 240% burn damage, plus 45. So I guess 285 and 285. And just a quick note on how attack and burn damage works. Attack will increase your attack damage. Attack will increase your burn damage. Mastery will increase your burn damage. Mastery will not increase your attack damage. So attack is arguably a much better stat to run on Jack. And as you can see, I have 230 mastery, but I've got 56,000 attack because that is the most important stat in my opinion. In my opinion, you would run attack main, mastery second, and crit rate third because half of his S4s have the chance to crit. So the higher your crit rate, the higher chance you have of proccing crits on those S4s. If I had it my way, I would probably trade this. Let's see. I would trade these 2 pieces right here for some nice fearless pieces because I do like my attack rate. I would like this to be attack rate, but mastery plus 4, I can't really complain. But I would trade these 2 right here for some crit damage or like fearless sets if I had them. Using mastery first, attack second, and attack third. Emblems, this is very important. You want this emblem on Jack because you will balance around this. You want this to proc because it will help you land 3 S4s in a single turn, and we will hopefully get to see that in this video. It is a rare occurrence, but with this it is possible, and this is also why you can do Guild Boss 6 in 3 turns is because of this emblem. So let's get right on into it. Actually, the aura. We're using the advanced hit aura. The best aura to use for him would be versatility max if you had it, but if you don't, advanced hit is a fine substitute. And blue mastery is a mediocre substitute for advanced hit. I would say that a 2-3 star advanced hit would definitely outperform a 5-star mastery aura. Because again, attack over mastery. It is Little Jack solo DPS. This is how he's built. There is no argument about it. So we're going to go back into it and let's show you guys how to cast this. So we'll go to test. And something that we all know but maybe don't pay attention to is Lydia's bullet chase. So once you start with S2, right, you're looking at this right here. Every time you use a skill, boom, and we're going to do boom. You see, every time you use a skill, this counter goes up. When this counter gets to 8, she consumes them all, reduces cooldown by 1. So we're going to just quickly show you what that looks like, so that way you know what you're looking for when you do this. Boom, right there, 8 consumes, cooldown reduce. There you go. Now Jack's got S4. Okay, so this is where you need to balance out the means of cooldown reduction. So Lydia just expelled her cooldown reduction, and that was why Jack could use his S4 just then. Now we have two other means of cooldown reduction, which is the red egg from Bunny and Jack passive from the emblem. So what we need to do is to determine where this S2 should go is take a look. It looks like Jack's emblem took effect, because if it didn't, this would have 2. Since it did take effect, we can now S2 into Jack and use S4. And now we can carry on with the mission. So red egg will reduce the cooldown of Jack. See, it's got 2. So when his emblem takes effect, it will be 1 and will be available immediately. So now what we've done is, what was that, 2? I think that was 2 S4s in one turn. But now we can do this, and when he does the S4, he breaches 8 stacks of bullet chase and gets to go again with an S4. So by turn 2, we've done 268. We have 4 pumpkin bombs used by turn 2. So I think that means that we used 3 S4s last turn, because we only can get 1 off on the first turn. So there you go. It's a matter of balancing out all of these stats, all of these cooldown reductions. So Jack has cooldown available. I guess his emblem took event. No, Lydia just cast bullet chase. So what we will do here is, we will drop S2, S4. Bunny will put this onto Jack, and then Jack will use S4, and then Singer will use S4 to speed everyone up and give everyone a little bit more turn meter. And what we're waiting on is bullet chase. That's why we did that, because we want this to be turn 8. We want to balance our cooldowns. Now what we can do is, to save our cooldown reduction on Jack, we'll put the S2 onto Jack. Cooldown reduction, bam, S4. Now we have an option. We're going to quickly S1, and let's take a look at our option. We've got S2. What we can do is take a look at Jack. The emblem did not take effect. Okay, we're looking at Lydia. She does not have very many stacks of bullet chase. So what we want to do in this case is, I think we want to put it on Bunny, because that'll reduce the cooldown from Jack. Yeah. So we put this on Bunny, and then Bunny puts the red egg on Jack, and now Jack has the cooldown available again, which is the whole point of this build. So we're gonna S1, and then we're gonna S2, because the this next ability provides debuffs. So now what we're gonna do is S2, S4, bullet chase, bam. Now what we can do is S4 into a turn meter increase and a speed up, and then we can S4 again with Jack, and we're gonna take a quick peek. Oh, we're gonna take a quick peek. Okay, so he did not get the turn meter reduction. the cooldown reduction. Lydia has 3 stacks, so it's going to be important to put red egg on Jack. And now what we're going to do is just play this through and keep balancing out the bullet chase, the passive from Jack, and we're going to balance out the bunny red eggs. So what I would like to do is, because spotlight is an interesting thing, and we can't spread it too far. So for example, when we're looking at Singer's ability, right, there's no limit, but if more than one ally has spotlight after he casts this, increases the cooldown by 2 turns for every 1 extra ally with spotlight. Now you can get around this because if we say, because I think Bunny's got it right now, so it's okay. If we put this to Bunny, and then we cool down, or we cleanse Jack, we use this, and then this is going to reduce the cooldown of that ability. So that's fine. And now what we're going to do is keep rocking and rolling and trying to make dreams happen. I believe that Jack, he does have the cooldown available. So what we'll do is, as to not waste a red egg, a cooldown egg, we use yellow, and we've built up to our 10 stacks very quickly. Now we can put this back on her, red egg into Jack, and then we can, oh, the bullet chase was not very good. That was an overlap in skills, which you want to try to avoid at all possible. I think right here we're going to put it on Jack. And the reason being is that Bunny will proc Jack. And now we can S4. Now we're going to check Jack's cooldown reduction. He needs cooldown reduction. So we're going to put this on Jack, red egg, put S4. And now we know that if we play the red egg into Jack, if we play the S2 into Jack, he can use it. But we look at the bullet chase proc, and looks like that we're going to have we're going to refresh bullet chase. So we'll put this on Jack. We're going to S4, because again, this is about getting as many S4s as you can into this match as possible. So the more skills, so look, there's bullet chase available there. Bunny will cleanse Jack, provide a turn meter boost. Singer's just going to basic attack. And then Jack has got the cooldown reduction, so we're going to put a yellow egg on him just to use this. And then we're going into the territory of, okay, there it is. Now we red egg into Jack to get the cooldown back. And see, I have to check pretty much every time I cast an ability to make sure it's the correct one to use, which is also what you should be doing if you want to maximize your damage output, because we just got the cooldown back on Jack, so now we can use S4 again. Just like that. It's turn 8 and we've done 2 million damage. And it's simply from maximizing our skill usage. We're checking our freaking cooldowns. we're keeping track of all of our abilities and when they're going to be available. I think this time we'll use it on, so Bunny does not have Spotlight. I don't think anybody has Spotlight. No, Jack's got Spotlight. So what we can do to keep the cooldown reduced, well, no, because if we put it into Jack, you see, that's going to be 7. It's not going to help us. So we have to put it into Bunny again. And now we can yellow egg cooldown reduction, S4, S1. And then right here is going to be the point where Singer expels his invincibility. Like, I think, oh, no, he didn't. Very good. So now we're taking a look at Jack. It needs the cooldown reduction from the egg. And we're dropping this. And then if you look, we're going to start turn 10 with 2.4. And a safe estimate for what your total damage will be is to take this damage, so turn 10, 2.4, double it, 4.8, and add a little bit. So 5.2 approximately would be about what my damage is. Now, granted, this is not a perfect run. There's a lot of RNG involved, but it's still phenomenal damage. And we're going to do it like this, bullet chase. And then we can put this into Jack. And then we can put this into Jack, and we want to look and see. He does not have the cooldown. Bullet chase is very far away because Rister, yeah, so we want to go ahead and put the red egg down. And then we don't have the S4 available. So now what we're going to do is cleanse. We're going to use this. And then we're going to use speed up and turn meter up. We're going to boost Jack. We've done almost 3 million damage by turn 11, or by turn 12, I should say. So right here, we're going to have Singer S2 available. So what we should do is, we're going to have the cooldown from Bullet Chase very soon. So I'm going to use the red egg just to boost my damage a little bit, because this is also a thing, as red damage will increase the amount of damage it does. You have to keep all of these factors into consideration whenever you're doing this. Every little bit of damage counts. Every little bit of cooldown reduction counts. All of this stuff is very, very important. This time we got the cooldown bullet chase already. Yep. So we're going to put S4. But it's a matter of checking your abilities every single time you want to use one. I don't think everyone has the grip for it. But if you do, you can maximize your damage by a lot. So right here, Jack does not have cooldown. What we're going to do is red egg into Jack, get the cooldown, boom. Now what we're going to do is take a look. That was the bullet chase. So now Jack can do another one. We still have the shield, the invincibility from Singer available. That is OP, man. Jack does not have his things together. So what we're going to do here is, because we know that Bunny can cleanse him. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put Spotlight on Jack to keep the cooldown down. And then we're going to attack with the S2. But now what we can do is take Bunny and Blue Egg. He'll be cleansed and have the turn meter reduction. I mean the cooldown reduction. So he's cleansed. He's got S4. Now we can rock and roll. I think we need red egg. We do. So we're going to red egg into Jack. We're going to S2, S4. We're going to S4. We're going to check Jack. His emblem took effect, so we can S2 into Jack. And then we can drop this and get his cooldown back again. Like, is this not broken? I think we still have the invincibility, so we don't need to expend a yellow egg yet. for survivability purposes, that is. Okay, this time we will get yeeted, but we have the invincible. So boom, there it goes. Now Jack goes right back in with the S4, and then we red egg into Jack, and then we S2, and then we'll turn meter boost Jack, and I think he already has the cooldown reduction, so what we're going to do is actually S1. You saw that, so now we can cooldown reduce, bullet chase, and then S4 again, just like that. It is turn 15, and we have 4.7 billion damage. Okay, next move will be to probably yellow egg. Yeah, I think we're gonna yellow egg. No, we're gonna blue egg. Tenacity up. We're going to drop this basic attack, right? Because we have cooldown. No, no, we don't have cooldown. So what happens? What is Singer going to use? Singer is going to use S2, and I think Singer will go before my bunny. So what we're gonna do is, yeah, I think we're just gonna put a basic attack there. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is take a look at Jack and know that that's going to, we're gonna keep the spotlight on Jack because this is the end of the match and we don't want to increase the cooldown of the spotlight anymore. So that's what we do. We'll spotlight into Jack, S2, and then we know we can do this. We can drop our ability here. Now Jack's already got the cooldown reduction from the bullet chase and from using the from being turn meter procced. So S2, S4 with Rister, and then we can S4 Jack into this. Turn 17, and we've got 4.9 million damage. 4.9 million. Jack needs turn meter, or he needs cooldown reduction. So we're gonna just quickly prop this, and then we're going to let's see if we bullet chase. Will we bullet chase? Mm, we will. We will bullet chase. So we want to be careful with that because he will have the ability. So what we're going to do is S1 with Lydia. This is very dangerous in the late game because you need the tenacity up. Okay, so now we got the bullet chase already. So we can make Jack S4 one more time. And boom. And then what we'll do is we're going to put yellow egg down because he's going to hit somebody. Or do we want to hit blue egg? Do we have speed up for how many turns? One turn. So we will put yellow egg because we don't want anybody to die. It is not worth the risk. Just like that. Now we're taking a look at Jack. He does not have cooldown. And we are getting down to the nitty gritty. So we're going to go ahead and just put this on Jack because, again, we don't want to burn the cooldowns on that S2. That S2 is going to come in clutch in just a second. Boom. Tenacity up. We're going to put turn meter. And then we're going to S4. And just like this, we will turn meter Jack one more time. And then we will cleanse Jack. We're going to S2. And now what we can do, because I mean the cooldowns is just broken. I don't know. I don't know if we pull off one more move. We'll see. It looks like we might actually bust my record right here. Okay, so we're gonna put it into Jack, and there it is. That is the most damage that I've done so far with this team, and all it is a matter of paying attention to your cooldown reductions, and you have to bounce between Bunny and Jack, and check his emblem and see if it's applied. Like the more times that his emblem will be applied, it's actually better for you because you don't have to bounce the spotlight around. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I mean, 5.893 million. Basically 5.9. It's 100 million more than I did the first time. Or for my locked in battle this fight, and it could have been better. Like I think that I didn't do the greatest in some of these moves. But I've been trying to put this video out, and I wasn't necessarily trying to, do crazy big damage. I was just trying to show you guys how to utilize the mechanics. But as a result of utilizing the mechanics, we've done more damage than we did last time. So that's what it boils down to. Of course, more stats, more everything will translate to more damage. And I hope you find use of this. This is just how it works. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. Oh my goodness, I did not screenshot that. But that's okay. It's on the video. All right, guys. Well, look, if you made it this far, thank you. For stopping by. I hope you will make use of this content. I hope you learned something about this Lydia Jack team. And I hope that you'll be able to take this into your adventures in IMR and hopefully reach the next milestone in Wuthering Coast. I know for me, 12 billion's a long stretch, but as long as I can keep increasing the damage of the Jack team and work on building my fifth team here, if I can get this team built up, increase the damage here, and work on these teams a little bit with my red scales, it won't be long. I mean, it might be another month or two before we're looking at 12 billion, and honestly, that'd be very nice. So, anyhow, that's it. Logging out. Hope you make use of it.